We go to Slum Bangkok.
Guys, we are in the Khlong Toei area. This is the largest and oldest slum area in Bangkok. It is also locally called Khlong Toei State, or even Khlong Toei Island, because it lives completely by its own rules and by its own laws.
Be careful. This is a very dangerous area. Bandits, drug addicts, everything.
And a weapon? Lots of weapons?
Yes, of course.
The Toei clan is almost the center of Bangkok, where up to 100,000 people live in makeshift huts, according to various estimates. Its toughest areas are located along the railway.
People here live right on the tracks. Every morning and every evening there are trains. You have to hide at home.
Part of the area is located directly on the railway. And here, even by slum standards, is a real tin can. Look, they live, in fact, in houses generally made of rags and splinters. This is a local public shower room for several houses, and this is the toilet. We won't even look in there, guys. It's already clear from the smell that you can't even go in.
Toilet.
The houses themselves don't look any better from the inside.
And he had a kid, 2 kids.
And the 3 of them are sleeping in this room, right? They sleep right here on the floor. And just look at all the trash that the locals collect. See how people live? This little room is a residential building. It's too crowded. Just some clothes hung up. It's hard for me to walk even here, just bending over. Look, this is the kitchen. Just look at the width of the doorway so that I can barely enter, if you can call it a doorway. Sorry for the TV sound. I can't fully straighten up here, so I'm standing on half-bent legs. The houses look like some sort of warehouse of small items in unthinkable quantities, but people strictly guard it. There are locks on the doors everywhere. Most of the houses here are made of just about anything. This one, for example, is made of a tin roof. Here, the house is clearly made of plywood. Even the door is made of a sheet of plywood. It is interesting that old advertising banners are often used as a roof, which they find on the street, tear down, and accordingly, cover their huts with them. Here, look, under the car overpasses, there are several luxury homes in this slum area. This house, for example, look, 2-story, with a wonderful balcony. Well, from the balcony there is a view of the parking lot. And of course, it's spacious inside. Something even like a bar has its own, a spacious 2-story house. It always strikes me that the slum area has its own poor and its own rich. The wealthiest ones even have air conditioning in their shack. Local celebrity rapper Naichi Tiger leads us through the Khlong Toei area. I'll throw a link to his clip about the Toei clan in the description.
ต่อให้เป็นหมาจนตอกนี่แหละชีวิตมันต้องพิชิตและทดสอบแม้ไม่มีพ่อแม่ให้อบกอด
This track is about us, the ghetto people. People still want to live here, despite the crime, despite the poverty. People still want to remain normal. Just look, on one side there are skyscrapers, urban atmosphere, city light. And on the other side, there are ghettos, slums. This unreal contrast between the slums and skyscrapers, between the rich and the poor, is what is so striking about Bangkok. At the foot of luxury high-rise buildings are almost always barracks.
Master bedroom.
Here we have a master bedroom with a gorgeous view and a separate bathroom. We call this a luxury apartment. We have a guest room right here. Another toilet. And here we have a second bedroom, a 3-room apartment. It's 119 square meters. If you buy together with the furniture, it will be 20 million baht.
This is a really luxurious building both inside and out, with two-story apartments, expensive finishes. This is a typical bathroom location for Thailand. It is almost always with a window to the bedroom. A room in a residential apartment. From the bath, you can look directly at your bed, on which you will sleep. Well, in this case, you can also look at the window and at the whole of Bangkok. And now, look that in this neighborhood, there are cheap two-story huts, some of which are self-occupied. A purely banking view, of course. Look at the skyscrapers here, the business center, the Golden Buddha statue over there. It's really not the same Golden Buddha that is also located in Bangkok, but he is in the temple inside the premises. And here are the slums.
Hey, please do not text to me. I'm trying to get it. Working to become the best of me. I'm doing my job. That includes whipping and keeping the recipes.
This whole area. This is a self-occupied area. Most of the residents do not pay anything, neither for rent nor for any utilities at all for anything. Accordingly, the authorities do not demolish houses because according to Thai law, if people live in a certain territory, in a certain house, then it is impossible to evict them from there without providing other housing, even if the entire structure is absolutely illegal, even if the house is built in the middle of the city, as it happens here. At the same time, look, people here decorate their homes as best they can. Pots with flowers. Here, see one of the residents. In order to somehow decorate his house, hung here photos of the most beautiful places in Thailand. In general, I must say that Thais are very, very fond of their country, very proud of it, even living in such slums. But the main decorations are portraits of kings. They hang everywhere. The previous Abomibol Adulya Day, or Rama 9, and the current Mahajiralongkorn, or Rama 10. Probably the most extravagant king of our time. The Thai monarchy is considered constitutional, just like in the UK. The power of the king is significantly limited, but it is a political power. But the economic power is quite large, because when creating the Thai constitution, it was agreed that the king still has huge allotments, land, and generally very large, as they say, business interests. In a sense, we can say that the Thai king is such a major oligarch. Business magazine, See a World, recently presented a ranking of the richest kings in the world. The Thai monarch is on the first place there with a fortune of $43 billion. Next comes the King of Brunei, who has $28 billion. Then the British Queen Elizabeth II was still alive. Her fortune was $520 million.
Started as an East Coast vibe, now I'm going worldwide. We got this bitch going crazy.
Here, guys, is the most famous in Bangkok, Ghost Tower, the most famous unfinished building in the city. It was laid back in the early 90s. The Asian economic crisis hit in 97. The construction site stopped. In parallel, a criminal case was opened against the owner of the building. In general, a quarter of a century. This house, this high-rise, cannot be completed. About $1 billion were invested in it, translated into current money. So this is officially the most expensive platform in the world for advertising wireless headphones. The building is already overgrown with bushes and trees, and some balconies have turned into a rainwater pool. Poor people are constantly settling here, although they are being driven out. Just look at the view from this building. The most gorgeous slums of Bangkok, and maybe the world. In absolutely any slum in Thailand, you will find a hall, even if it is such a bad one, but a hall for Thai boxing. The fact is that this sport is not just loved here, it is adored, like football in Brazil, for example. That is a favorite sport, and the only opportunity to escape from such slums, to become a champion. There are pictures on the walls of those who escaped upstairs, looking like very young children. They're an example to the other guys in the slums. Thai boxing, or Muay Thai, is practiced here by almost every teenager. All the simulators, of course, are battered and battered. But look at the frenzy with which the kid beats on the pair. A little more, and it will become time for him to enter the ring.